Deep inside the fortress walls of the Tower of London sits one of the most heavily guarded collections on Earth. Among the thousands of gems in the British crown jewels, one stone draws the most attention. Set right in the front cross of the crown of the Queen Mother is the Kohinoor. But while it rests in London today, 4 different sovereign nations, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Iran, all formally demand its return, each claiming legal ownership. The British government consistently refuses these demands. Their standard defense is that returning one contested artifact would set a precedent that would quickly empty national institutions like the British Museum. To figure out who actually owns a priceless object acquired through force, we have to ignore the modern politics and conduct a strict, objective audit of the historical chain of custody. The United Kingdom bases its legal claim on a specific document, the 1849 Last Treaty of Lahore. This treaty was drafted after the British East India Company defeated the Sikh Empire. To finalize the annexation of the Punjab region, the British forced the Sikh ruler to sign the document. That ruler, Maharaja Dalip Singh, was 11 years old at the time. The treaty explicitly required the young boy to surrender the diamond to Queen Victoria. While 19th century British officials framed this as a voluntary gift, it was a spoil of war extracted from a child. The British do hold a physical, legal receipt for the diamond, but because that signature was secured under military extortion, we have to look further back in the ledger to find a legitimate owner. The British took the stone from the Sikh Empire here, in the fortified city of Lahore, but the Sikhs hadn't held it for long. The founder of their empire, Ranjit Singh, acquired the diamond in 1813 from a fleeing Afghan ruler named Shah Shuja. According to Shuja's own memoirs, Ranjit Singh extracted the stone by having Shuja's son tortured in front of him. The Afghans, in turn, had inherited it from the Persian ruler Nader Shah, who originally looted the diamond from the Mughal Empire during his invasion of Delhi in 1739. This flowchart maps out the complete historical chain of custody. We can track the stone moving from the Mughals, to the Persians, to the Afghans, and eventually to the Sikhs. Every single transfer in this timeline was executed through military invasion, political extortion, or physical torture. There is no bloodless receipt anywhere in the diamond's history. Today, international disputes over cultural property are generally mediated through frameworks established by the United Nations. This animated timeline shows how the primary mechanism for restitution, the 1970 UNESCO Convention, operates. The law contains a massive loophole. It is not retroactive. Any claims of theft occurring before 1970 are blocked from entering modern legal jurisdiction. The United Kingdom adds another layer of insulation with the British Museum Act of 1963. This domestic law strictly forbids state-owned institutions from disposing of their collections, regardless of how those objects were acquired. The British government retains the Kohinoor not because they hold an unbroken moral claim to it, but because they have successfully entrenched themselves behind modern legal technicalities designed to protect historical plunder. When the British finally presented the Kohinoor to the public at the 1851 Great Exhibition, the crowds were disappointed. The stone had a flat base and a high dome that didn't sparkle brightly under the gas lamps. Unhappy with the public reception, Prince Albert ordered a team of European gem cutters to aggressively reshape the stone to align with Western aesthetic tastes. This diagram compares the original Mughal cut to the new European brilliant cut. To achieve that desired sparkle, the cutters ground away almost half of the diamond's total weight. The physical destruction of the original diamond is a literal manifestation of the colonial project. A foreign artifact was stripped of its original identity, cut down, and permanently reshaped to fit an imperial narrative. The diplomatic gridlock over the Kohinoor centers on a former empire's refusal to concede the violent realities of its past. For the UK, the diamond is a prize of war. For the claimants, it is an occupied piece of their heritage. Ultimately, restitution is about returning the right to write history.